Welcome to today's Piramal. Welcome to Piramal Finance. Yeah, um, so let's get started. Akshay, we know you're passionate about your social work. So where did this passion start from?
So I think it came from my dad to me because he was a social worker.
So Akshay, you are also involved with the Piramal Foundation. So is there any initiatives that you are working on currently?
It's a beautiful experience working with Piramal Foundation.
I'm sure.
And I found people who are working are very, very passionate about the work which they are doing.
Welcome to the Piramal Finance podcast. Today we'll be sharing an inspiring story from someone within our organization. Our guest today is Akshay Ridlan, a key member of Business Intelligence Unit, who's been with Piramal Finance for the last 3 years. But beyond data and analytics, he's passionate about using technology and AI for social good. We are excited to dive into his journey, his passion for social impact. So let's get started. Welcome, Akshay, to the podcast. It's so great to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Rose, for having me at Piramal Finance Studio. And I'm looking forward for our conversation.
Yes. Well, let's start with your journey, Akshay. How long have you been with Piramal Finance, and how has your experience been so far?
Yeah, to start with, I would love to start with an Upanishad, and the value which Piramal Group gives to us. So it starts with you are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. And as your deed is, so is your destiny.
Wow.
So with this thought, with these values which are engraved and taught to us in this institute, I'll say an organization, are very, very powerful, which change the way we think for our business, for the society, and overall for this universe where we stay.
Yes.
So it impacted to me and my colleagues a lot. So we think with these values and try to create a positive impact in our society. So my journey started 3 years back. July 2022, I joined Piramal Finance as a data engineer, where we started working on. I joined BIU and we started working on data visualization, data engineering, data governance, where we used to take the requirements from the business and find. I used to prepare visualization for the business so that they can track how exactly business is working. And moving forward, I moved on. When our chairman met with our SLTs in Narmada district, the chairman was with this idea of Project Neve, started this initiative there, and it came as we have to do something in BIU. So Project Neve Analytics started, and I met with my HOD, Mr. Makande, with this thing that I wanted to be part of it, because some values which was given to me was getting aligned to this idea that to serve the society, to give back to Piramal Foundation, right? So with this, he was very happy. He immediately said yes, and I started contributing in Piramal Foundation's work. We started preparing dashboards. We given more than 5 dashboards to them so that they can track what exactly they do, on grassroots level in villages, district, and overall as in India.
Akshay, we know you're passionate about your social work. So where did this passion start from?
Oh, like very good question. So I think it came from my dad to me because he was a social worker. He served as a special executive officer to Bombay, when in early 2000s, where he used to help the communities for education and other things. And when I was very small kid, I also started, feeding my community animals. I started with the animals, I still have rescued dogs at my home, rescued cats, and now we are rescuing cows across India. So I believe when I was 12 years old, I used to save my pocket money, and I used to, feed biscuits and whatever I can do, to the dogs outside, So this is how exactly it started, and I became like absolutely vegetarian after that. At the point where I thought, why I'm eating all this which is not required to my body, right? So it started when I was 12, and eventually by and by I started, growing. I started, you know, uh, all this, rescuing dogs, to taking them to hospital, bringing them back to my home for, after post operating care, and all that thing started happening. And I believe it becomes part of your, journey, and it becomes like a value inside you that, oh, you have to do this, oh, you have to be kind towards animals. So it started with animals, then we started moving towards helping people. So after I graduated, from the college, so I started going to the school, going back to the school, taking, English classes, maths, and, computer classes also for the students who are underprivileged, who can't afford for going to tuitions. So this is how exactly it started. And moving forward, then in the colleges also, I used to pick up some of these students who are coming from underprivileged background. I used to pay half fees, and I used to ask for the concessions to the principal, so that, the family should not suffer, because I have seen that kind of things. I have been from that kind of background where this kind of students require support. So, those kind of values I have received from my parents also. I have been always taught to be grateful for whatever you get, and to provide whatever, whatever you get, please put for the society also, at least 20%, 30%, whatever you can do in the best of your capacity. So I follow that, and I'm really blessed that, God have chosen me for doing all these things.
How has your passion blended in your role at Piramal Finance? So is there a specific moment where your professional and personal purpose gets aligned? Like, is there anything?
Yeah, actually, I feel I'm again blessed, and you can say that right person at right time. When the project knee was discussed by many of our team members, and not everybody was very fond of working with, social cause. Everybody was focused on business. So this thing came up to me, and I went directly to my head of department, Mr. Makande Upadhyay, and he's very kind always. I just asked him, sir, I think, I can do something better here. I can try my best to provide, some kind of, BI solutions for the foundation team, where they can also take data driven decision, and they can also track data and insights, you know with live data. So this is what exactly was discussed, and immediately I got approval. I was so happy. I said, "Oh, yeah, you should do it." He said, "I also think you are the right person to go ahead." And then even when I spoke the same thing to Mayank sir and Parneet ma'am, they also was very much aligned. And this is how exactly my passion to serve the society was actually, came here in Project Neve, where we are providing all these BI solutions, and the objective is very clear to, do seva bhav. Whatever business we do, as our chairman always says that, doing good and doing well.
Correct.
Whatever we are doing as a Piramal group,
Yes.
we have to serve back to the society. Where, we have Piramal Foundation. I'll not talk more about Piramal Foundation, because it is a team of 5,000 people. They are working across India in very, very small villages. I have been to those villages with our Gandhi fellows. I have seen the work they do at grassroots level to serve the underprivileged people. It's humongous. It's very, 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 very impactful kind of work which our foundation is doing. I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity where I can at least put, little bit whatever my expertise are in uh, in in their plate, that way.
So, Akshay, you are also involved with the Piramal Foundation. So, is there any initiatives that you are working on currently? And is there any particular story or project that, is really meaningful to you?
Well, to be, very, frank and very, I'm very happy, Rose, to answer this question, because it's a beautiful experience working with Piramal Foundation.
I'm sure.
And I found people who are working are very, very, passionate about the work which they are doing, because they can see the impact with their eyes. Having said that, this opportunity which I have received from Piramal Finance, where I am, actually working very, very closely with people who are actually serving people and catering their requirements. They work in health sector, education, many other things, nutrition and all that, where we have provided around 5 dashboards to them. Well, initially the foundation people were not very ready for seeing the data because they are not habitual of actually looking at the dashboard and taking decisions.
Correct.
But right now we are, with the help of these dashboards, we are actually mitigating this issue of irregular data or data mismatch, or having very data, collecting data from different places, collecting on papers and then Excel and then putting on something else. So the decision makers, the people starting from the grassroots to till the people who are taking decisions on management can see it on the dashboard, right? So we have worked on on Gandhi Fellow dashboard, where the Gandhi Fellows are the people. I'll just give you background about Gandhi Fellow. These are the people who are visiting each and every village. They are visiting all schools. There are different projects we have. They visit hospitals. They will, they also visit houses in the village, so that they can see how families are functioning. So they can also see how exactly they are performing overall. This is a 2 years course.
Okay.
Kind of on-field course where these people go. So they can also see how exactly they are performing, what kind of tasks they have, what kind of debriefing they are doing with their teams. I am working on one of the project called DIB,
Okay.
which is actually related to the education in Bihar,
Okay.
right? And Bihar is a state where how exactly education is taken.
Yes.
But with the help of these Gandhi Fellows and our entire team, we are providing the best quality education, where now tracking this how exactly a district is functioning. Like similarly, like we have RMs, BSM, like we have similar kind of structure in Piramal Foundation. We have Gandhi Fellows, we have program director, we have district directors or district leaders, like that. So if a district leader want to see how exactly my district is working, they can just open the dashboard. They can see how exactly they are performing and where they need to take decision, what kind of decisions they need to take. So all these things are now possible with the help of the dashboards.
Great. So it
Right.
streamlines everything and makes it more organized.
More organized and more fruitful and very quick to take decisions. So I'm very happy that we could able to give that solution. And when we hear back, so again we get many chances to talk to them on what is the feedback, what kind of new requirements we are having. But when we hear back from our stakeholders that this is this was the problem which our Gandhi Fellow was facing pehle, and we tracked it down on a district level, and now we are trying to solve the problem, solution for that kind of problem. So that makes us more satisfied. Okay, that chalo dashboard ka thoda use ho raha hai now. Whatever we were trying to do, now it is coming to the fruits, and it is very good feeling, like रात को अच्छी नींद आती है सुनने के बाद.
I
So
am
this is
sure.
what exactly our efforts and our little bit help is transforming life in the other hand at the foundation.
Beautiful. First of all, congratulations, Akshay, on winning the Tech for Good award. How does it feel to have your work being recognized in such a meaningful way?
Thank you so much, Rose, for actually talking about the Tech for Good award. This award actually means a lot to me and for my entire team, which is working tirelessly and day and night for project called Project Chetna.in, where
Okay.
Dr. Piramal is supporting us and mentoring us for this project, where we are providing QR pendants to people who have dementia, Alzheimer,
Okay.
and also for special children. So our team worked very hard, and we are now working with Indian Army, Indian Navy, and all kind of special schools across India to provide these pendants. So when I got this call from organizers of Tech for Good Award, I was asked to I was one of the finalists first, and I was not aware that I'll be winning this award. And the only purpose I to go to this award ceremony was to meet new people. I always find a chance to meet people who can actually be part of the initiative, because it is an NGO which we run, right? So जितने लोग आएंगे उतना अच्छा काम होगा. I believe in this, you know. So I wanted to meet Arundhati Bhattacharya ji. She's CEO and the chairperson of Salesforce India. So I met with her, and she was also very happy when I spoke to her about this initiative. She said she herself have a special child.
Okay.
She's a mother of special child, and she would love to be part of this initiative. I met with other peoples as well. So how things evolve is like when two people meet, we brainstorm one idea and we make it more clear and better, right? So the overall, this award gets to me is new people in my life, new people for the, working for this tech for good. This is what exactly we are building, tech for good and AI for good, to be very specific, right? And जितने जितने उससे लोग जुड़ेंगे, उतना वो project अच्छा होगा. So this is what exactly value this award gets for me.
But it's a great initiative that you've started for this for people with the scanner code. That's really good.
Yeah, again feel very blessed. Again, I always give all credits to the God that he's what exactly I'm doing. Whatever he wants, I do it.
That's nice. So tell us about this project that earned you this recognition. And were you facing? Was there any core problem that you were addressing? What was the core problem that you were addressing?
So, well, when we started Project Chetna.in, it was very initial phase in 2013, 2023, And if I roll back in my college days, when I was just a student, I was preparing for UPSC examinations and I wanted to be a diplomat. Then we just came out. So, I wanted to be a, IFS officer, and I used to read the Hindu paper every single day. And every day I used to read paper, usme somebody is missing, somebody is that missing. And one day there was a story called Tarun, story of Tarun Gupta, who was a special kid, and he went missing from CST station, and a railway police officer misguided him in a wrong train, and it is a 5 years, now it will be 6 years that Tarun Gupta is missing. So I was just wondering, and it stuck in my brain, in my heart. I spoke to my principal. When we are talking about rocket science, when we are talking about atom bombs, still in 21st century, we are people, who are getting missing. In India, every year, more than 1 lakh kids goes missing. This is a very big number. The family, the kid, they go from hell. It's very difficult situation for all the people who, lose their loved ones. So it's a very difficult situation. So I wanted to find out this solution, and I created this idea for animals. And for curating this stuff, I just requested a meeting with Dr. Piramal. And fortunately, I got this meeting where it was just for 15-20 minutes, but it got extended to 1.5 hours. Where, doctor loved this idea, and she said, go ahead for this. And she started mentoring us about data privacy, how I should tackle this thing, what should be the target audience. We said beneficiaries. So all these things started curating by itself, and now it's coming to a mission. It's a journey, and so many people are joining us, and joining hands together and building this Surakshit Bharat for everyone.
I'm glad you took that approach and you went ahead for this.
Yeah, I feel like it was call for executing this kind of tech projects for society.
So Akshay, every initiative comes with its own challenges. So what are the hurdles that you faced when you started this initiative?
Well, yes, every solution which we propose is, there are a lot of challenges which we face as an individual, as an NGO, as an organization, right? But I believe when we focus on some positive things, so when our initiative is such that it is actually in favor of people, all challenges are start closing by itself. Like the very big challenge which I face is to convince the new people, like the family people, like the family, like they were actually very excited for this, but there are few parents who are always very much worried about the special children, because we are catering to the kids who are actually cannot talk and they need more attention, right? So the parents were very much worried that what if somebody take it away, or what if my kid will eat it up, what if I the pendant itself get lost. But then we convince them that you have to tie up very tightly on the neck, so that it will not reachable to the mouth. And you you have to take care of by itself. Don't keep watch on it, talk to the teachers also. So all these problems started solving by itself. Right now, the main problem again, I'll not say a problem kind of thing, a kind of challenge that we can say that to to take this project to a very very big platforms, like I say I want to provide this pendant to all the kids who are going from some kind of mental issues, not mental issues, also special kind of thing, special, they need special attention, right? So across world we have to do, so we need to create more and more awareness. So it's you, me, who are talking on this podcast, and people who will be watching this podcast will go back, and if they know somebody, if they can talk about it to that person, it will be useful. So we should always look for the opportunities where we should you know uh, use the platform to come overcome the challenges which we face.
I hope and pray that this reaches to many many people out there.
That's what I'm very optimistic about it.
What impact has this initiative so far, Akshay, and what are your future plans for it?
uh, while I'm talking about the impact, I'm feeling very happy that we are able to achieve that kind of objective which we wanted to do from very long time. Now the parents feel more safer. Now they don't feel like अगर उनका बच्चे का हाथ अगर मैं भीड़ में छोड़ देता हूँ तो वो गुम जाएगा, right? So this phobia, this that fear is not there in the parents. And we have many success stories also, where one kid who was actually missing on last Eid, it was, I remember the day, 14th April 2024, I got a call from random call. I was just about to have my dinner at late night, so I got this call from Kolaba police station. They called me and said, look, we have found this guy, as a kid who's wearing this pendant, and there is your number on this, so do you know this guy? I immediately said, please scan it. They scanned that, and they contacted the person, the relative of the kid, and the kid was reunited with the family within 4 hours. So it was such a relief, and it was covered by most of the publications. It was in the newspapers, and it was everywhere. So this kind of impact make us thriving on the idea. We think more and more now. We have the future plans for it. We are trying to integrate AI, artificial intelligence, where image processing will be helping to reunite the missing ones. Like we have many other ideas where we are working day and night, where how exactly AI can solve this issue, because everybody is making money out of AI, right?
Yes.
Everybody want to do some business out of it.
Yes.
So our objective is to how we can serve the society with AI, how we can make people's life more easier and better day by day.
That's really, I mean, today is the first time that I'm hearing that, that you're using AI for a social cause, which is very good.
Yeah, that's pleasure.
Looking ahead, Akshay, what's your vision for the future, like both in your career as well as in the impact driven work that you're so passionate about?
Yes, very nice question, Rose. Again, so talking about the future, it's all about AI. We, day and night, from office to my home, where my mom is also now started talking about what is AI. Why you are using AI every time you're talking AI on the calls. So how exactly this AI will frame our career, and how exactly I can use the AI to transform the lives of the society. This is the agenda, from, I can say, in my coming years. So in office also, in Piramal Finance also, we are engaging many products, very many services where AI is very very useful, and we are using AI to also help us to cut down the cost,
Yes.
and help our customers to achieve what they want to make their journey smoother and better. And after that also the post disbursement, that service also,
Yes.
right? So in social sectors also, we are trying to build more robust and clear solutions for the society. Whereas I spoke about our beneficiary criteria is people who are disabled, and animal welfare also, because my background is from the animal welfare, and I keenly think about animals every time, right? So my objective here is to build something for our society and give back to them in artificial intelligence way.
So, Akshay, let's do one quick rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yes, sure.
One word to describe your journey at Piramal.
Extraordinary.
Okay. A book or movie that inspires you?
I'm not very fond of movies, but one book which changed my life is the autobiography of Yogi, which I read in 2019.
Okay. If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
I wanted to be a vet from very beginning of my life, but I am very afraid of blood and so I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Okay. Your go-to stress buster?
Uh, Go to animal shelter or gaushala where I can spend some time, some quality time with my animals.
That's all the questions for today, Akshay. It was so great having you here. I wish you all the best for all the good work that you're doing, and I hope you get more creative and get some more good ideas using AI. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Rose, for having me here today.
It was our
It's-
pleasure.
It's my pleasure also for spending some more quality time with you and talking about this initiative. And with this, I my only purpose was to create more awareness among the people, the kind of work we do at Piramal as with Seva Bhav, right? And to serve our society. And this is our engraved values, which was actually taught to us in this organization that giving back is our objective.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.